Hi YouTube! Welcome back. It's me, Marshie. So today we're gonna be watching the 2021 Tri-State Tornado Consumed by Darkness. Now I believe this is a nocturnal tornado which I have not seen yet, so I am a little bit nervous. So let's buckle up and let's dive into it.
It's the middle of the night in December, and a monstrous tornado is heading straight for the Mississippi River.
Oh, it is 8 p.m. Because normally the other tornadoes I saw happened usually in the afternoon, like 2 or 3 p.m. So this is definitely the nocturnal tornadoes that you guys mentioned previously.
River. Douglas Lewis, a crewmate aboard a tugboat in the river, receives an alert on his phone. There's a tornado heading straight for him.
Oh!
Stranded on the boat, he does the only thing he can do and begins to video the dark mass approaching him. Soon, he runs to the bottom floor before the boat is swallowed by the winds.
Whoa!
December has arrived in the United States. In Monette, Arkansas, the temperature peaks at a chilly 45 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh yeah, December too. So it didn't happen in the spring to summertime. Now I wonder if nocturnal tornadoes happen in the wintertime.
Suggesting a typical winter season
cold.
in the upcoming days. But this is far from what weather forecasters see. Meteorologists at the Storm Prediction Center have noted an unusual characteristic in the atmosphere. The temperature was expected to be unusually warm in the coming days.
Oh.
Moist air, combined with strong winds through
good.
levels of the atmosphere, allows for possible thunderstorms throughout the Mid-South on December 10th. As the day draws closer, forecasters begin to get a clearer picture from weather models of what is about to unfold, and it's incredibly strange. What they're now seeing is a weather pattern that could potentially become a tornado outbreak. And so they begin to issue warnings for the public. But for many in the area, there are few signs that anything is about to happen. It just seemed like an unusually warm day was approaching. December 10th. It wasn't until the sun had begun to set that the first storm forms.
How warm is
developing
it though?
over Little Rock, Arkansas at 4 p.m. It needs time to organize. The elongated structure signals that it's ready to spin and become a supercell. And it continues to build its strength until it's ready to unleash its fury. At 5:50 p.m., meteorologists observing radar note strong rotation in the storm, prompting them to issue the first tornado warning. At 6:40 p.m., the storm produces its first weak tornado of many, just south of Jonesboro, Arkansas.
I just realized the fact that it happened December is the worst too because nighttime approached a lot faster. Like by 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. it's literally dark in the wintertime. So this is very scary.
Although very short-lived, it wouldn't be long until it produced another tornado, and then another at the same time. These twin tornadoes were unfortunately
it's like a dark cloud of smoke. You can't see anything. Like even if you want to outrun it, you can't even see.
Not the most prolific thing the storm would come up with. A couple dozen miles to the northeast where the storm was moving, environmental conditions such as CAPE, or the available energy in the atmosphere, in the shear or the spin in the atmosphere, was conducive for extreme tornadoes. And this is right where the supercell was going. Unfortunately, it was the next tornado that would land the storm in the history books. At 7:07 p.m., a funnel descends just north of the town of Bay, Arkansas. The tornado is weak at first, partially destroys a farm building as it crosses into Lake City, Arkansas, and continues to race to the northeast. Hunter Fike is at his parents' shop. What he sees seems to be an almost tiny string tearing up the ground in front of him.
Holy shit. Nightmare fuel. You can almost kind of see it's moving.
Nearby, Josh Taylor continues where Hunter left off.
Oh my god, it's all dark.
The tornado now has an apparent stovepipe shape, much thicker than previously.
Oh, there's definitely a tornado.
No, it's not the skinny shape that we usually see. It's like spread out, which I feel like for these tornadoes, they can move really fast. Like you blinked and they're right in front of your face.
On the ground. It's definitely on the ground.
Oh
yeah,
yes. She's moving fast.
Only a couple minutes after Hunter's video was shot, the tornado clearly has a lot of energy and it's growing rapidly.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
I'm waiting for a jump scare.
Oh yeah.
Seems like a horror movie. Like it's getting closer and closer
In the
to
town
you,
of
you
Monette,
know?
few people are aware of the impending danger heading straight for them. One of these oblivious areas is the nursing home north of town.
Not the
which is
nursing
now
home!
sitting directly in the path.
No!
At 7:20 p.m., a phone call is received by employees.
Oh, it's gonna be so hard to evacuate all of the patients and all the clients out of the nursing home. I used to work in a nursing home night shift, and my God, there are so many patients in a wheelchair, or they just have a hard time moving around. They move really, really slow, and we have multiple floors. And I'm pretty sure you probably can't use an elevator in this case, so I can't imagine the evacuation system. Like, they're gonna have to move fast.
At the nursing home, the owner, Rick Sampson, calls in a panic, stating a tornado was on the way and that everyone needed to get to a safe space immediately. Nurse Barbara Richards glances out of the door and sees a dark mass beeline straight for her. She ducks down and yells for everyone to cover up. Before she can even complete her sentence, the winds explode and the roof and walls collapse. As soon as the winds arrive, however, they stop. Immediately, sirens from emergency services can be heard driving down the road.
They okay?
And as EMS crews evacuate the structure, they find the body of Golden West Pembry, the first death attributed to the tornado.
Oh my
There is
God.
little reprieve before the next town is subjected to the tornado's increasing power. The town of Leachville now only has 5 minutes before it too
Only
is
5
struck.
minutes, bro.
On the north side of town,
It's not
a
enough
dollar
time.
store is still open. June Pennington, the store's assistant manager, and another much younger employee watch the tornado approach. Seeing the dark gray clouds, they rush into the store's bathroom. As the winds whip around the building, the anchored steel frame is warped and twisted out of its foundation, leading to the collapse of most of the structure. Pennington lies on top of her coworker to protect them as the wall caves in on top of them. In the chaos, June Pennington passes away, miraculously saving the life of her young coworker. Teenager Kelsey is filming from back in Truman, where the tornado initially touched down, but due to the flat farmland, the large wedge tornado is still visible.
Jeez. I would have thought these kind of stores, like general stores, they have some sort of storage basement type of thing, but at the same time, they didn't really have a lot of time, so I can't imagine if they can get anywhere fast enough, you know, in such a short period of time before the tornado got to them.
Near the dollar store, several other warehouses and residential homes suffer extreme damage, with some well-built structures flattened. One of the warehouses is a large cotton gin. As the vortex crosses over, thousands of pounds of cotton bales are shredded. A relatively strange sight. The tornado is clearly still intensifying. It's now crossing the Arkansas-Missouri border, and more towns are in the firing line, with the tornado heading straight toward the town of Hornersville. Lines of trees now are shredded by the winds. They lose their bark.
I wonder what's the EF here. EF4 maybe?
Bark and their branches until they're basically reduced to not much more than large toothpicks. This tree damage is unbelievably violent. Fortunately, the storm sweeps just south of Hornersville, sparing many homes and lives from destruction, but other people wouldn't be as lucky. Storm chaser Max Olson is now approaching from the north, taking note of the very strong radar signature now present on the tornado. Taking exit 14 to the east, he sees the beast in the distance, now approaching the town of Braggadocio.
Whoa, it's raining too, huh? And thunderstorm.
Insane positive CGs.
This is insane. Like I said.
Based on the radar trajectory at that time, it looked like the tornado was probably going to go pretty much right to where I was at or just a little bit north. And I was just straining my eyes on the horizon as CGs were just raining down around.
You know, I really thought daytime tornado was like the worst, but I am now informed. Okay, tornado nighttime is no joke. In fact, I think they're definitely a lot more unpredictable and a lot harder to get to the shelter because it's so dark. You're just surrounded by darkness. You can't see anything
around me. And then finally there was this moment where I saw this giant power flash.
Oh God! Holy
What was that? Oh, I think I see it. Yep, that's it. Power flash.
That jump scared me.
Observed.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I can see it off in the distance. It's a big stovepipe, maybe wedge.
In the town, only a handful of residents are even aware of the approaching monster.
Yeah.
The tornado continues to grow in strength, however, shredding massive metal transmission towers until they collapse. whilst several homes are reduced
Also,
to
like,
no
no
more
internet?
than piles of debris. The winds in the tornado continue to rise as the tornado closes in on the homestead of the Rackley family. The Rackleys had moved to the home just a week prior.
No.
Mom, Megan, a teacher, identified
It's a family of 5 every time these cases involve kids, and I just can't.
the safest possible place in the home, the center bathroom with no windows.
Bathroom.
While watching the news, they decided to heed the tornado warning and went into their safe place.
Yes.
The storm is 15 minutes away, and the family poses for a photo. The close-knit siblings, Aniston, age 9, Ava Lynn, 7, and Lainey, only 3, smile. Aniston
So
clutches her favorite
little.
baby doll as she lies in the bathtub. Everything the family was doing was correct, but unfortunately, this is not always enough. The dad, Trey Rackley, begins to hear the sound of winds accelerating around the home. Loud banging begins to echo as debris spews across the home from the neighboring towns. Soon, the banging turns to screeching as metal and wood is ripped and shredded.
Oh my
Tornado
God.
is about to make a direct hit on the Rackley family home. Max Olson is still watching the beast draw closer.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Oh man, it's moving towards populated area now.
So many flashes.
And as the Rackley Street is crossed, a power flash, indicative of power lines being destroyed,
Oh.
illuminates the vortex. The Rackley's home, unfortunately, cannot resist the strength of the tornado. The home is shredded by the winds and then swept down to its bare foundation.
Oh my God.
Debris is granulated and tossed across open fields nearby. The Rackleys are launched along with the debris into a nearby field.
Oh god.
Unfortunately, the oldest daughter, Aniston, is unable to withstand her injuries and passes away. Aniston was described by family as a bright light. She loved swimming, dancing, and cheerleading.
No.
Across the road,
They
the
lost
second home
one,
is swept
the
away.
daughter.
Fortunately, no one is home when it struck, but the damage here could be even stronger
Oh my
than at the
gosh.
Rackley's home. The tornado is actually the strongest it's ever been and begins to carve spirals into the ground, showing the vortex behavior itself. Max begins to book it north as the now mind-blowing wedge tornado crosses the interstate. Its eyes are directly on Hayti, Missouri.
He's so
Not a
close
good
to
situation.
it.
It's moving right in the
God
town
damn.
here. Haiti.
I slowly just inched my way north towards the town of Hayti as this tornado was marching towards the interstate.
Dude, chill out right here.
Wow. Oh, it sounds like hailing too. Beep beep.
That guy needs to not go any further forward.
Yeah.
All right, it's crossing in front of me.
Oh.
Yes, I know. All right, it's crossing in front of me.
Oh my god.
Two other storm chasers, Brad Arnold and Nick Gorman, are up ahead of Max and film the tornado as it crosses the interstate.
Go backwards now. I can go backwards.
Oh, another storm chasers.
It's right there in front of us. Right there. Should cross right here. Yep, it is.
I can barely see it.
It's right there. Yeah. Right there. Tornado
crossing I-55. Right there.
Oh, I see. Yeah, the photo's good. I see it
Unfortunately,
now.
they are also catching the next tragedy on film.
No!
Just to the east, truck driver George Martin is unknowingly driving into the path of the
Whoa,
tornado as the
no!
winds begin to sweep across Interstate
George!
55. Martin's truck is swept off the road, critically injuring him. He would die a week later. Only a
A
couple
week
miles to
later?
the east, neither 28-year-old Mark Travis nor his girlfriend
Only got caught
Leanne
up
know
too.
that they are driving directly into the path of the tornado. As they drive down Highway 84, the heavy rain and darkness completely obscures
Yeah, I think for this type of nocturnal tornado, it would be so easy to get caught up in it if you're already on the road driving and then you're hearing the emergency go off. But then you can't see, you can't really predict where it's going, and it's surrounded by darkness and it's heavy rain, and I can't imagine how difficult to navigate around it.
the tornado from view, meaning they are only alerted to the danger when violent winds suddenly
there you
sweep
go.
across the road. A utility pole is suddenly thrown down in front of them, leaving no time to slow down, resulting in a high-speed collision. In the crash, Leanne is extremely injured, and Mark is unfortunately fatally
Oh
injured.
no!
Max, now crossing the tornado's path, comes face to face with the
I mean, at least Leanne made it, out of the two, right?
reality of what's happening. as he finds multiple semi-trucks flipped with
Oh my
several
God.
injuries.
Not the semi truck being flipped too. Holy.
Oh, God.
Whoa, goddamn. Oh my God, that's so. Holy shit.
Rolling out.
Really got flipped. My God.
In here? Huh? Want to get in here? Here, I'll see if it's okay. Hey, get in!
To the west of I-55, the violence of winds gouges even more, swirling cycloidal marks into the nearby fields. The path these patterns take show how the tornado narrowly misses Hayti to the south, approaching the Mississippi River north of Crothersville. Factory
Ooh.
lights from a warehouse along the riverbank illuminate the wedge.
I wonder if tornado, when it goes through river or any kind of bodies of water, does it get slowed down or does it get faster? How does that work, I wonder? Let me know.
Briefly displaying its violent motion as Max frantically zooms tighter.
It was around this time that the tornado was approaching the Mississippi River, and this is when that large light was able to illuminate the funnel to where you could truly see the violent motion.
Yeah.
As if it already wasn't prevalent enough before with
see the outline
continuous
now.
lightning. Now it
Yeah.
was just so vivid. You could
Yeah,
very
yeah,
clearly
yeah, yeah.
see how intense this thing was, and it was just churning its way off in the distance.
Oh my gosh. Every time it flashes,
Melissa
you can see
Copeland
the
and her
shape.
husband see the tornado in the distance from across the river and begin a Facebook Live to alert neighbors and family of what they're seeing in the distance.
He said it's going north.
I don't know if y'all can see that on video, but we were heading back home from being at someone's house for shelter, and we seen the tornado. There was a bunch of people parked at the overpass, and then there was another funnel cloud forming as well. This is towards Crothersville around Great River Road.
Whoa.
I don't know if y'all can see this or not when the lightning strikes.
The tornado is still obscenely violent. Douglas Lewis,
still
a
ongoing.
crewmate aboard a tugboat on the Mississippi, notices a dark mass approaching. Simultaneously, the emergency alert system blares that a tornado emergency, the rarest tornado warning possible, has been issued, and those in the path need to take immediate shelter. However, there is virtually no shelter on a boat stranded in the Mississippi River with no other option.
I can't imagine if there's some sort of system being built within the boat to hide. And I don't know how big the boat. Maybe if it's like a big cruise ship, maybe, but
Just films the wall of death approaching them.
the wall of death!
Right here where we're at.
Literally, the
that's
wall of
it.
death.
So we got a front row seat, that's for damn sure. By the river.
Oh my god. Very spooky. Is it just me? Or the tornado gotten bigger, like wider? Maybe just me.
Closer, he ducks below deck with the rest of his crewmates.
Oh yeah, the deck. That's right, the little deck. Oh my god,
The
no
winds
way.
batter the tugboat, but in some miracle, everyone on board survives. An
Wait, let's
anemometer
go!
on board recorded a wind gust of 121 miles per hour as the boat
Oh
narrowly
my gosh,
avoided
I'm
being
so
destroyed.
glad.
To the north, another crewmate, Keith Fowler, also filmed a large tornado approaching.
You got the boat POV. Yeah, she's definitely gone wider for sure.
Oh,
To the south, a
Moving
different
faster
tugboat
too.
is capturing something else because the tornado is so close. The boat's onboard radar, typically used for navigation, is actually scanning the tornado's funnel. The radar
Ooh,
scan
that's
shows
cool.
an incredible spiral of rain circling the
Jeez.
vortex with a defined eye at the center. This is the exact moment
That's literally looking like a freaking skull. You know what I mean? It's like those hurricanes images. They have faces or look like faces, you know, because we humans will like to see things and then our brain interpret it that looks like a human face. But that looks like a skull. Bro, remember the dead man walking tornado with two legs? Now it's literally like the skull, the death skull, you know?
The tornado is now crossing into Tennessee, officially making the tornado a tri-state tornado. one of only a few tornadoes to ever achieve this feat in recorded history. The tornado crosses the meandering river, jumping between Missouri and Tennessee until it makes landfall on the Tennessee side of the river after 8 whole miles of travel, beelining straight for the south edge of Campbell's Point, a town south of Tiptonville. Another disaster is coming into fruition. The tornado scrapes the south edge of town, with its wind field ripping roofs and injuring multiple people. But for the people staying at the large Blue Ridge hunting resort, the tornado does anything but scrape it. Jamie Antonio Hall, brother-in-law Steve Gunn, and Steve's son Grayson are in a group of 8 people who have traveled from Florida to the resort for a duck hunting trip. As night arrives, the 3 of them return to the top floor of their hotel to get some sleep. The rest of the family goes to stay in the resort's clubhouse. But as the tornado approaches, those in the clubhouse are able to rush into a bathroom stall in the bottom floor. As the tornado sweeps through the resort, the clubhouse is demolished, with only the bathroom stall that the 5 people are sheltering and standing. At the resort, the 3 men are oblivious to the danger until they're awoken by the sound of the roof giving way.
No, they didn't
In
know.
just seconds, the hotel is gutted, whilst nearby trees are debarked and reduced to stubs. The cabin that Jamie, Steve, and Grayson are in feels the worst of the impact. The entire top story is shredded away. All 3 men would be found deceased in the rubble. The tornado is now growing smaller, but that doesn't stop the now record-breaking path length. It crosses the Blue Basin Lake.
Bro, how long is it moving?
On the south side of town, many poorly constructed homes collapse, with some reduced to nothing. In one home, 72-year-old Danny Inman Sr. does not make it as his home collapses onto him. The tornado moves into the heart of Samsburg, where the fire department is struck. A group of firefighters are pinned under debris as the structure collapses around them, rendering them unable to respond to victims in Samsburg and in the
Oh no! Oh my gosh! Yeah, they not respond to any emergency because they themselves are struck too. I think that's like the worst case scenarios.
Ridge Resort. The police department and city hall are also severely damaged, along with 25% of all buildings in the town. Miraculously, no one else dies in town. Barely 2 miles after the tornado exited Samsburg, the tornado suddenly weakens and dies. The monster is done, but the impacts are not. While somehow narrowly missing the center of over 7 communities, 9 lives had been lost.
I think of all the communities, I think the nursing home definitely took the most hit, I think.
And hundreds of structures had been destroyed, being the lesser-known sibling of the subsequent Mayfield tornado. Many of the homes and people affected by the tornado never got the attention or aid.
I feel really bad for the nursing home too, because that's a place a lot of elderly people that either don't have family or they don't want to live near the family or they have to be at a nursing home for whatever medical conditions they have. Now they basically losing their homes. And this type of nursing home monthly fee is expensive. It is not cheap whatsoever in the fact that they have to rebuild everything. And now they have to transfer all of these clients probably to the next town over, or I don't even know what's the plan here, but I feel extremely bad because these people, they didn't know anything, you know, and they're losing their homes, and I think that's the worst feeling ever.
That they really needed, even though the intensity and the duration of the tornado was mind-blowing. This is the case with many of the other tornadoes during the December 10th, 2021 tornado outbreak, highlighting the importance to not forget the victims in towns that aren't in the limelight. Donation links will be provided in the description.
Yes.
If you enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe.
Oh my gosh.
Aren't in the limelight.
Wow, that was definitely one of the scariest tornado I've reacted to. Thank you so much for watching with me. If you have any other recommendations on a tornado, let me know in the comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next. Bye bye.